How can our thoughts about a single event, like failing a test, spiral into feelings of hopelessness or worthlessness? Why do some people bounce back from setbacks while others get stuck in a cycle of negativity? Could it all come down to their beliefs and thought patterns? Is it possible that the way you interpret the world is shaped by experiences you don't even consciously remember? How might these schemas affect your mental health? What if the key to overcoming depression isn't changing your circumstances, but changing how you think about them? Could cognitive therapy really rewire your outlook on life? Can the difference between "I made a mistake" and "I am a failure" determine whether you feel sad for a moment or fall into depression? Why are these small shifts in thinking so powerful? Hi everyone, welcome back to Life TFA. It means life lived on 3 levels: life thought, life felt, and life acted. Here we break down psychological theories, psychological issues, psychiatric conditions, etc. In simple terms, I am Amit, and I have been in the field of psychology and behavioral science for 45 years, and I am here to deep dive into psychological and psychiatric issues in simple terms. Today, we're diving into the cognitive explanations of depression. We'll explore 2 key perspectives: Aaron Beck's cognitive theory and Albert Ellis's rational emotive behavior therapy, REBT. We'll also touch on some fascinating research to back it all up. So, if you've ever wondered why negative thoughts can spiral into depression, or how cognitive therapy works, stick around. The cognitive approach to psychology focuses on how our thoughts influence our feelings and behaviors. When it comes to depression, cognitive theorists believe that negative and irrational thinking patterns play a huge role in causing and maintaining the condition. Essentially, the way we interpret events, not the events themselves, determines how we feel. Let's unpack this by looking at 2 influential theories: Beck's cognitive theory and Ellis's REBT. Aaron Beck proposed that depression stems from what he called the cognitive triad: negative thoughts about the self, the world, and the future. Imagine someone thinking, "I'm worthless," negative self-view. "Life is unfair," negative view of the world, and "things will never get better," negative view of the future. These 3 kinds of thoughts create a vicious cycle that fuels depression. Beck also identified something called negative schemas, deep-rooted beliefs that develop early in life. For instance, if someone experiences constant criticism as a child, they might develop a schema like, "I'm not good enough." When triggered, this schema can lead to distorted thinking. Beck called these errors in thinking cognitive distortions. For example, a person might catastrophize a minor mistake, thinking it will ruin everything, or overgeneralize one bad experience to assume everything will go wrong. Research supports Beck's theory. A classic study by Alloy et al., 1999, found that individuals with a negative thinking style were more likely to develop depression over time. This shows that negative thoughts aren't just a symptom of depression, they can actually predict it. Now let's talk about Albert Ellis, another cognitive psychologist who developed rational emotive behavior therapy, or REBT. Ellis believed that it's not the events in our lives that upset us, but our beliefs about those events. He described this using the ABC model. In the ABC model, A is the activating event, like failing a test. B is the belief, such as "I'm a complete failure." C is the emotional consequence, like feeling hopeless. Ellis argued that irrational beliefs, such as perfectionism or needing constant approval, are the root cause of negative emotions like depression. For example, someone might think, "I must succeed at everything," or "I'm worthless." When these beliefs are challenged by life setbacks, depression can result. REBT aims to replace these irrational beliefs with more rational and constructive ones. For instance, failing one test doesn't define my entire worth. Support for Ellis's theory comes from studies showing that addressing irrational beliefs reduces depressive symptoms. For example, David et al., 2018, found that REBT was effective in treating depression by helping patients challenge their negative beliefs. So, how do Beck and Ellis compare? Both agree that faulty thinking is central to depression, but they differ slightly in focus. Beck emphasizes the content of negative thoughts, like the cognitive triad and schemas, while Ellis highlights the irrationality of beliefs and the process of disputing them. Essentially, Beck asks, "What are you thinking?" and Ellis asks, "Why do you believe that?" Both approaches have been highly influential and form the basis of cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, one of the most effective treatments for depression today. Why does this all matter? Well, cognitive theories give us hope. They suggest that by changing how we think, we can change how we feel. Techniques like identifying cognitive distortions, disputing irrational beliefs, and reframing negative thoughts have helped millions of people manage their depression. For example, someone who feels "I'm a failure" can learn to challenge that thought by asking, "What evidence do I have for this?" Or, "What would I say to a friend who feels this way?" These small shifts in thinking can lead to big changes over time. So there you have it, the cognitive explanation of depression, featuring Beck's cognitive theory and Ellis's REBT. Both highlight the power of our thoughts and offer practical ways to combat depression. Whether it's through therapy or self-reflection, understanding these theories can make a real difference. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with anyone who might benefit. Your support means a lot to me. Let me know in the comments, what topic should we cover next? See you in the next video.